Hello and welcome to Mahika Tutorials. In this tutorial, we are going to see while loop. While is an entry control loop, that is, in while loop, before performing iteration or before executing the code given with the while body, it will always test the condition. Now how we write the while loop? We give the while keyword and then within the parenthesis we give the condition to be tested. Now while this given condition is true, the statement given inside the body of while will be executed again and again. After every iteration, control goes to the condition which checks whether it is true or false. If it is false, then control goes to the statement which follows the while loop. Now we can understand this with this diagram. We have a condition which is given with the while keyword. It is tested. If it is true, then the statement given within the while is executed, and after the execution of body of while, control again goes to the condition to check whether it is true or false. If it is true, then again statement will be executed which is given in while body, and then control again goes to the condition. Once the condition becomes false, then this iteration stops and control goes to the statement which is given after the while loop. We will take one example for using while loop in Eclipse. Now here we will create a class in which we will ask the user to enter the value for n, and then we will print the first 10 natural numbers. Let's say my program name is series main. Okay, now here we will write our method, let's say print method, which will print first 10 numbers for us. Now we need one variable for reading the value of n from the user. Now apart from that, we need a counter which will keep track of how many numbers have been displayed. Now we need scanner since we want to read the value from user. And here system.in. We will import scanner. Now we will give a message that will ask the user to enter the value for n. Okay, and we will read that in n. Fine. Now what we want a number to be repetitively displayed on our console. Therefore we are using loops, because loops are used when we want to perform iteration or when we want to repeat certain set of statements. Now here we are using a counter which will keep track of how many numbers have been displayed. So we need to initialize our counter. We are initializing our counter with 1 since we have to print from 1 to n, and then we will start up with our while loop. We will give while keyword and within the parenthesis we will give the condition. So here our condition will be while c is less than equals to n. That is, while counter does not reaches up to n, we have to perform certain set of actions. Now what we have to do, we have to print the value of counter over here, because counter will go from 1 to n, and that is our expected output. Now once a value of counter has been displayed, now next time an incremented value we want to be displayed. So for that we will increment our counter by 1. Okay, so now how it is going to work? Now in this print method, first counter will be initialized, and then this while will check for the condition, that is while counter is less than equal to null, it will print the value of counter, and then it will increment the value of counter by 1. And from here control will again go to the beginning of while loop, where again value of counter will be tested. If it will be less than equal to n, then again value of c will be displayed and counter will be incremented. This will keep on repeating unless and until c gets the value which is greater than n. So We will just call this method and check our output. Obj equals new class name. Okay. Now obj dot print method. Okay. Now here we can close scanner, then since it is not required anymore thereafter. Okay. So now let's execute this code. It is asking us to enter the value of n. Let's say if we enter 5. So we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 displayed on our console. Okay. Now how it worked? It initialized counter with 1 and then it is checking is 1 less than equal to 5. Since condition is true, it is displaying 1 and then incrementing counter, and control again goes to while where it checks is 2 less than equal to 5. Yes, condition is true. So it will display 2 on our console, increment C. C will be 3 now. Control again goes to the beginning of loop which checks is 3 less than equal to 5. Yes, condition is true. So it displays 3, increments C, and C is now 4. Control goes again to the beginning of loop where it checks is 4 less than equal to 5. Yes, condition is true. So it will display 4 and it will increment C. C is 5 now. Again check the condition. 5 is less than equal to 5. Yes, it is equal. Then display 5, increment C. C is 6 now. So control goes to the beginning of the loop. 6 is less than equal to 5. No. Since condition is false, then this while loop will stop working over there. So while works till the given condition is true, and it is an entry control loop. That is, if the condition will be false initially, then this loop will never get executed. Okay. Let's test for that. Now suppose if we enter the value for n 0. Okay. So in this case counter is 1. It is testing is 1 less than equal to 0? No. So this while loop will never get executed. So this is the basic working of while loop. Thank you for watching this tutorial.